This ministry content is brought to you by the partners of Terry Savelle Foy Ministries.
He said, I want you to go on a 30-day challenge of no complaining. And I mean no complaining about anything. The red light that's taken forever and now you're going to be late. The way you slept, your hair, the food is cold, the to-do list at work, the traffic, the line at the grocery store, nothing. I mean, his whole life changed and it started with a 30-day challenge to no complaining. Hey, I'm Terry Savelle Foy, your cheerleader of dreams. I want to talk to you today about how to get what you really want in life with one simple but powerful change. It is the most powerful daily habit. Now, it's amazing how two people can see the same situation from entirely different perspectives. So, I heard a story about the diary of a dog. And I want you to listen to this. These are excerpts from a dog's diary. So it says, 8 a.m., dog food, my favorite thing. 9:30, a car ride. 10 o'clock, a walk in the park. 10:30, get rubbed and petted. 12 o'clock, lunchtime. 1 p.m., play ball in the yard. 3 p.m., wag tail. 5 p.m., milk bones. 7 p.m., got to play ball again. 8:30, watch TV with the people. 11 p.m., sleeping on the bed. Now, these are excerpts from a cat's diary. Listen to this. Day 983 of my captivity. My captors continue to taunt me with bizarre little dangling objects. The only thing that keeps me going is my dream of escape. Same situations, two totally different attitudes. Well, it's our attitude that affects everything. You know, somebody said a bad attitude is like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you're never going anywhere. Well, how you see your circumstances and how you respond to them affects the results in your life. You know, I've shared on several podcasts about the consequences of complaining. How complaining is nothing more than a trap that will keep you stuck in the same place year after year. You know, God does not respond to complaints. You might want to rewind that. He doesn't. You will not make progress if you constantly complain. You know, you think about the Israelites. They circled the same mountain year after year, 40 years to be exact. And the experts say it should have taken 11 days. What? They turned an 11-day road trip into a 40-year waste of time because they did nothing but complain. They complained about everything, the weather, the leadership, the food, their clothes, everything. Well, here's the result. When you complain about your life, what you'll get is a lot more to complain about. Why is this? You get what you focus on. You know, it's no different from focusing on red cars. Pretty soon you'll see red cars everywhere. Well, complaining just magnifies the negatives in your life so much that it crowds out the potential for you to see anything positive. I want you to put in the comments, no complaints. I got it right here. No complaints. Get it ingrained in you. Did you know that every word you speak has some kind of outcome on your life? Think about it like this. On the road to success, what do you want people to hear when you open your mouth? Complaints or gratitude? Because when you complain, you sound powerless. But when you're grateful, you sound powerful. And here's the best part. God responds to a grateful heart. In fact, I want you to have this free download this week. Now, it's taken straight from my book. It's chapter 23, and it's called 5 Reasons Successful People Keep a Gratitude Journal. It's fascinating, and this is yours free when you just click the link in the description and read this for yourself. Now, I'll admit this is not easy. It's not easy to not complain and to stay focused on all the good. In fact, let me tell you a quick story. I had just heard about this guy who was told by his mentor that if he really wanted to improve his life, he said, be grateful. But that's not all. He said, I want you to go on a 30-day challenge of no complaining. And I mean no complaining about anything. The red light that's taken forever and now you're going to be late. The way you slept, your hair, the food is cold, the to-do list at work, the traffic, the line at the grocery store. Nothing. He said no complaining for 30 days. So this guy did it, and long story short, it absolutely transformed his life. He wrote a best-selling book. He got clients like the New York Yankees on his resume. I mean, his whole life changed, and it started with a 30-day challenge to no complaining. So a few years ago, my family and I were flying to the UK to minister in conferences in Scotland and England and France. Well, in the bathroom at the airport, I told my daughter Cassidy, I said, let's go on a challenge to no complaining for 30 days on this trip, because she and I were actually going to be gone 30 days. She said, okay, I'm in. I am not exaggerating. The moment I made that announcement, I had more opportunities come my way to not only complain, but like throw a little pity party. For example, on this 9 to 10 hour flight, we sat down and the air blower would not turn off just on my seat. So imagine full-blown air for 9 hours. And then some lady in the rows behind me just kept screaming. I don't even know why. I would start to just doze off, and all of a sudden I'd hear this yell like with all her might. I kept thinking, could somebody give her some ZzzQuil? Like, what is going on back there? Well, then we get to Scotland, check in the hotel, rest a little bit, then I wanted to go to the gym to work out. I pull out my brand new pair of sneakers out of the suitcase. Now keep in mind, I'm gonna be gone for 1 month. One shoe was a size 7, the other was a 7.5. I was like, this is awesome. So Cass and I would just look at each other and go, I'm so grateful I have shoes. I get to go to the gym. I had a blanket on the plane. I mean, even though that woman screamed all the way to Scotland, I get to go see those little bagpipes and the men in those little skirts or kilts, whatever. But do you know that was the greatest ministry trip we had ever had in Europe? God just exceeded our expectations in every way. Why? Well, as Joyce Meyer puts it, she says, when you complain, you remain. But the opposite is true. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. So yes, stop complaining. But if you really want to catapult your life to a whole new level, express gratitude. Let me tell you another fascinating story about what this lady called the gratitude jar from Josie Robinson. So this lady, she witnessed major transformation in her life that started with a simple 30-day gratitude practice. She was overweight, living right above the poverty line when her job was cut down to almost nothing, filled with stress and anxiety over how to buy groceries. She became a closet drinker, didn't know how to make her life better, until she discovered gratitude. And the power of her thoughts could actually change her life and get her out of the situation she was stuck in. So Josie said, let me find it. She said that she started putting little pieces of paper in a jar, expressing what she was grateful for each day. Well, little by little, she noticed a shift. And the next day, a little more of a shift. And she was on a quest to do this every single day, to just magnify and just express what she did have to be grateful for. Josie said that gratitude changes everything. Everything. She said it took her from being overweight, closet drinking, barely able to pay her bills, hustling to pay her bills, a disenchanted housewife, that's a lot, all that, to being fully sober after many years of failed attempts, losing 25 pounds, attracting her dream job, and becoming happy, content, and peaceful for perhaps the first time in her life. Josie said, people kept telling me during this practice that I had a glow around me. She said, I didn't quite understand what they were talking about until I saw pictures. She said, now I understand completely. The gratitude glow is totally a thing. She said, people tell her all the time that she doesn't even look like the same woman from before, to which she replies, that's because I'm not. Josie transformed from the inside out once she changed her mindset. Once she changed it, she said, from the gutter to being grateful. She said she got a makeover for her soul. Well, let me explain why success books worldwide encourage gratitude as a form of just getting what you want in life. Have you ever sent someone maybe a nice gift in the mail, a gift card, graduation money, or a wedding present, and you never hear back from them? At first you're thinking, well, maybe they haven't received it yet. Then a little time goes by and you think, well, they could be busy during this season. I'm sure they'll get around to thanking me. 6 months later, see if I ever give them another gift. Well, do you know that God feels the same way? Gratitude or a grateful heart goes a long way with your Heavenly Father. I mean, it's just human nature that when people appear ungrateful for our gifts, we're less likely to give to them again. But when people show appreciation for our gifts, we jump at the opportunity to bless them with more. Well, God is no different. You know, the Bible is filled with scriptures that talk about being grateful. One verse actually says, be thankful and say so. Don't just think it, say it. Speak it out loud. I heard someone say that silent appreciation blesses nobody. You might be very grateful for a gift you were given, but if you never tell the giver, they may never give to you again. God feels the same way. He wants to hear your gratitude. He wants to hear your thankfulness out of your mouth. He's the one who said, enter his gates with thanksgiving. That's how you enter right into the presence of God, is with thankfulness. So maybe you want to start a gratitude jar, or like me, a gratitude journal, and be very intentional to write, journal, express appreciation to God every single day for 30 days. And just watch how things will shift quickly in your life. So get your free download this week. The 5 reasons successful people keep a gratitude journal. It's going to prove to you why it's worth it. So just click the link, get that download, and remember, I am cheering you on to live your dreams.